Mr. Gorbachev?
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Mr. Gorbachev?
Turn up this podcast.
I'm in this for the money and the pussy, and they're both falling off the trees.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 89 of the Reasonable Doubt podcast. As always, we are your hosts, Ripsy Griff.
And Jicka J Money.
89 on your FM dial.
FM 89.
FM 89.
So I'm gonna jump right into it.
All right, jump right in. Fuck.
Is crudité not a common term?
I think it's a common term.
I thought it was a common term. I was at a fucking place that I frequent,
Yeah.
and I got wings with my cousin, as we often do.
Okay.
And I'm like,
You love wings.
Yeah, I love
Beer
wings.
and chicken wings, Christian's there.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite meals.
I remember you saying that to me one time. We were going out for a beer or something. You were like, you want chicken wings? And I was like, wings? Like, we're drinking. Why do you want wings? And you're like, because it's my favorite. It's my favorite thing ever.
Beer and chicken wings is great.
Anyway, sorry, continue.
It is, seriously. Me and my cousin, well, this week we went a little too hard. We had 2 nights where we grabbed beer and chicken wings.
In a row?
We had one, and then we had a day off.
Rest day.
And then we did it again. And both times were 1 pound of chicken wings, and then we were like, I would like another pound.
I start at 2 pounds.
Do you?
Yeah, 2 pounds is the start. At different sauces.
Okay, yeah, I always do different sauces. He gets the same ones.
Nah.
Yeah, I'm like...
Nah, variety.
Yeah.
Spice up your life.
He also, for a while, got on the boneless bites.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
I told him, I was like, you're getting ripped off, man. There's substantially less meat. There's way more meat when you get the wings.
Yeah.
And then now he's back on them.
I like boneless bites.
Yeah, they're
But
fine.
if I'm going for wings,
They're fine.
I want sauce all up my nose. I
Yeah.
want to be sticking my tongue through the 2 bones of the flat. You know what I mean? When you get the 2 bones like this,
Yeah.
I want to be like that.
You push it out and then you try
Try and slurp around the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the most attractive I can possibly be is
Yeah.
eating chicken wings.
Yeah, it's fucking honestly.
Anyways,
Anyway, so crudité, I was like, yeah, can I get some crudité on the side with this one? And they were like, crudité? And then my cousin looked at me and was like, crudité?
really?
And I was like, you guys, I'm like, first of all, you should know what crudité is.
Shut the fuck up. We go for wings all the time. You know what this is.
Yeah, I was like, what? And I look at the girl that's working there, and she's like, I've never heard that word in my life. And I was like, you have worked here for years. No one's ever called it crudité.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's the little vegetables. And they're like, oh, I don't think it's called crudité.
It is.
And I was like, it's absolutely called crudité.
Talk to anyone in the back
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, I was like, it's called crudité. So I fucking Googled crudité and
Oh.
show them, and I'm like, look. And they're like, oh, that is, it's fucking just raw.
You're that guy.
Julienne little vegetables.
You just got in a fucking thing with
Yeah.
the waiter. Like, let me Google it, hon. Sit down.
It's like, what the fuck are we talking about? It's crudité.
Hey Siri,
Yeah.
Google crudité for me, please.
What the fuck is going on here?
You're that guy.
Yeah.
You're gonna be such a pain in the ass when you're old.
Why?
Because this is gonna extend. You're gonna be a problem at Denny's. Well, I don't know if this pancake is a proper thickness. I think you either owe me another pancake or just a new stack. Because
They're supposed
I
to
mean,
be
would you
3/4
eat
of
this?
an inch.
Yeah, 3/4 of an inch. I'm seeing 3/8. Okay, so whoever's back there, tell them to step it up here. Okay.
They're like, I think it's thick enough. Pull out the tape.
Yeah.
Does that look thick enough to you?
Your official Denny's brand pancake measuring stick. Clearly not high enough.
Obviously, I am owed a pancake.
Maybe people just don't like speaking French.
You think so?
Maybe that's
I
it.
think that's a big part of it. People just don't like it.
Yeah. Did you see the thing where someone showed this to me? You know the surgery for sleep apnea,
What?
right? There's a surgery to correct sleep apnea.
No, I didn't know that.
Okay, so your uvula, the dangly bit,
Yeah.
I basically make an incision and cut that bit out of the roof of your mouth. Because sleep apnea, when you're snoring, it's that piece flapping. in the wind.
That's the.
That bit. Like if you snore, you can feel it vibrating,
Yeah.
right? If you surgically remove that, you can't make the R sound in French.
What do you mean the R sound?
You know how French people make that stupid sound when they say R's?
Like what?
Ugh. Ugh. You know what I mean?
Like,
Ugh.
Trying to think of a word. In
Yeah, you can't now.
R.
But you know the Ugh, that sound they make? Ugh.
Owl?
Yeah, that. Yeah, that sound.
Owl?
Yeah, that requires that part of your
yeah,
mouth
yeah,
to make
that
that sound. So you can surgically remove the French out of people.
That's fucked up.
I'm saying
that's fucked up.
nationwide rollout.
I
This should be mandatory.
bet you it fucks up. It would fuck up the Arabs. You know?
And Jews.
Oh yeah, that
Because
too,
then,
yeah.
yeah, that sound.
Yeah.
But I'm saying nationwide. Like it's like when you circumcise a baby, they also take out the French.
Do you think it fucks up the Jews with the Yiddish?
Yeah, probably Jews that speak Yiddish. There's
think
tons
so?
of Jews that don't.
But I'm pretty sure they say things like, "Your mother would be so disappointed."
Yeah, those Jews are fine. You can keep that. Oh, put on a sweater, you'll catch your death.
It'll be the death of you.
I get all my knowledge of Jewish people from Seinfeld.
Yeah, pretty
And
much.
it's just George's mom.
Yeah.
That's all I get my knowledge. Georgie! What's new with you? What's going on? This is your we're like halfway through Christian's fiance out of town.
Yeah, it's my staycation.
It's your staycation. Obviously devastated and alone.
It is very lonely.
Yeah.
My back has been itchy for days.
Oh, but
I scratched it against a brick wall the other day.
you just like shimmy yourself?
Yeah.
They never scratch it right.
The brick wall?
No, the girl.
Oh, no.
No?
Well trained.
I want my back scratched for like 2 hours until I fall asleep.
Until I fall asleep.
I wanna
And
be
don't
like-
wake me to scratch your back.
I want to be like wrapped around the leg with my like head on the hip, and I just want fucking, doesn't even have to be fingers, just like a cheese grater.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No.
I want that
sure.
shit torn up.
I like it.
I love it. It's
Yeah.
my favorite.
Back scratches are like pretty high up there for like one of my favorite activities.
Yeah, getting my back, scratching someone else's back,
Yeah.
fuck that.
No,
Awful.
that's terrible.
Never do it.
Yeah.
If there's any women still listening to this podcast, scratch a man's back.
Yeah.
Without him asking, just do it. He'll want it at all times.
Yeah. And see what happens.
Especially if you just got your nails done and they're like long,
Yeah.
just like that.
You know what I want? I want a fresh baked loaf of bread.
You can make that happen. But you want someone to make it for
I
you?
want someone to make it for me. I always make them. You know?
Mm-hmm. What kind of bread?
Sourdough.
Oh, that's such a pain in the dick.
Yeah, because you gotta get a starter.
You gotta start. It's like, I want sourdough. Like, well, 2 weeks from now you can have one.
How do you start a starter?
It's like flour and water and I think sugar. And you like seal it. You like mix it up. And then you seal it out of the fridge. Because there's natural bacterias and yeast and shit in the air.
Yeah.
Right? And that'll like be in there. And it feasts on the sugar. And then it like it ferments in there. And then you have to feed it.
Yeah,
You know what I
have to
mean?
take care of it like a pet.
You have to take care of it. So you'll like take half of it out, throw it away, add more flour, add more water. And you gotta like keep it.
If I start a starter
Mm-hmm.
and then I go away, will you take care of the starter while I'm gone?
Yeah, so you can pause your starter by putting it in the fridge. And then you don't have to feed it for like a week.
Yeah, but if I go away for like a year, will you
I'll
just
take care of your
take care of
starter.
the
Or I'll kill your starter and start a new one 2 weeks before you come back
Tell me.
and not tell you. It's like when you're like if your kid has a goldfish that dies.
And you're like, this is the same one.
This is the same one. They all look the same.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Kids never get it too. You like talk to people and like as an adult and they'd be like, I had a goldfish in a bowl for 11 years. And you're like, no, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
No, you
No,
did
you
not.
didn't.
You had 7 goldfish.
I fucked with someone the other day.
Yeah?
You know, I'm never gonna get into it yet, but okay.
Why not? Now's your time.
No, I don't want to get into it yet. I do want to talk about. So, you ever watch? I don't know how to say this without it sounding offensive.
Just go for it, and we'll work on the wording after.
So, once upon a time,
Yeah.
in North America,
Yep.
if something was made in like China,
Mm-hmm.
then it was garbage
Yes.
because it was knockoffy and like trash
And
quality.
cheap and mass-produced. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, the stuff that I see, it seems like they've taken things from here and done them much better there.
Mm-hmm.
And now they just have better products than we do.
Yeah, they do.
Like,
It's a thing. It's. I think it was a conscious thing that people were saying. That like, oh, Chinese stuff is bad because they didn't want China competing with us. Right?
you ever seen an Asian Swiffer?
No.
It's better than ours.
Okay.
They have a Swiffer that like it's just supreme quality fucking microfiber.
There's no reason why China can't produce good things. For some reason, we have it in
Well,
the.
there is.
What do you mean?
Never mind.
Yeah, exactly. There's no reason why like their industrial capability just can't be good.
Yeah, I think like Americans just have this assumption that all the towers and stuff they have, they're made out of like aluminum.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they've got this
They're all gonna
idea that
fall
they're.
down.
Yeah, I know. Like they can build good shit, guys.
No.
No,
be done.
it can't be
Can't be
done.
done.
Not at all, actually. Because America's the best.
What is I just want to touch on this quick. What is the point of crudité?
The point of crudité?
Yeah.
I think it's like there you go. Something to like clear your like cleanse your palate. Get in there. Something to like cleanse your palate, maybe? Make you feel like you're eating something healthier than just chicken skin and fat.
Is that where like
I
where
think-
the fuck does it even come from?
I don't know. It's a little prissy.
It is.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to eat my little carrot stick now
Yeah, you
after
got
I've
like a little
devoured
veg.
3 pounds
Yeah.
of chicken wings.
You got
Like
a little veg dip.
18 chickens worth of wings.
Oh, it's so true.
Like, 18 chickens have lost their wings because of me at this meal right now.
Do you think they harvest them the same way they harvest shark fins?
Yeah, they just cut the wings off and
Let
then
'em go.
let them go, and now they can't fly.
Well, I probably couldn't fly before.
Well, not the way.
They're obese.
Yeah, you see the chickens we make now?
Obesity.
Where they can't even stand up?
Yeah.
They just, like, rest on their tums?
And then they like walk for it and
Yeah,
yeah.
that's how I'm trying to be.
I mean,
That's how I felt after the Mandarin.
I felt like Wall-E. Remember Wall-E, the humans in Wall-E?
Why are you pronouncing it like that?
Wall-E?
Wall-E. It's
Yeah.
Wally.
It's Wall-E.
It's spelt like Wall-E, but he's pronounced like the name Wally. Like Walter.
I think it's Wall-E, dude.
It's not Wall-E.
Why is it spelled like
Because
that?
he says his name.
Does he?
Yeah, Wally.
I was high.
You were high? You took... All I did was see the humans in Wall-E, and I was like, that's the fucking way to be.
Yeah.
These guys have it figured out.
Everyone's like that?
It's been a while since I've seen the movie. Have you seen it recently?
No.
There's one part, I think, where the ship, like, tips, and all the little fat orbs roll down to the one side of the ship. They're like, whoa! Because they, like, fall out of their chairs, and they've never been out of their chairs.
What? And what do they do?
They just roll around until they right the ship.
Huh.
Because it's just like a big cruise ship,
Do you
isn't it?
think
That
that's
they're on?
what's going to happen to people?
I think so.
You think eventually we'll get to that
I think,
level of
well, I
convenience?
think it's a possibility. We're getting close.
We are getting close. That's not even a...
I'm, like, amazed all the time by the, like, simple conveniences that just keep popping up of stuff that I used to have to do.
You ever look at like educational standards when Kennedy was president?
What do you mean, like the physical stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wicked.
It's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
He had a thing going where he was like, in order to fucking graduate high school, like you gotta pass this physical test.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be able to
And then
do
people in
60
people in
push-ups and,
wheelchairs
like,
just
pull-ups and shit.
just couldn't graduate high school and they're grade 12 forever.
Yeah.
Sad.
Well, you know what I mean? Like, that's what you get for rolling around.
You sent me that video the other day
Low on.
of the like it was like a PSA on not excluding disabled people. And it was like the guy who was friends with the dude in the wheelchair, and another guy comes up and starts making fun of him. And he's actually like, no, this kid is actually really cool. And the kid in the wheelchair is like, let's roll.
And they leave. Dude, and that's an actual, like, old
And do you
school
remember
kid.
what they said at the end?
At the end, they go,
Yeah, they're like, don't exclude people with the disabilities because that's retarded.
yeah.
And
And
it's
then
like,
like,
whoa!
man, I look back at, like, I often go on deep dives trying to find, like, the old school ads and shit.
Yeah.
Some of the shit people would say in
I know.
an advertisement, you're representing a company.
Well, because language changes, right? Back then, it wasn't a thing. There were other offensive terms that we just don't use anymore,
Yeah.
right? I remember, like, I found a medical video from the 50s
Okay.
about people with disabilities. Don't ask me how or why I found this, but I found it. They used to have terms for diseases, like people with Down syndrome used to be called mongoloids.
Oh, is that what a mongoloid is?
That's what a
Down
mongoloid
syndrome? I
is.
call people mongoloids all the time.
You shouldn't.
Really?
But they're like,
That-
wow,
that
look at
one?
this really disabled guy. He looks like he's from Mongolia.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And then there was this one, it's like they're like really mentally disabled kids, and they've got like, they're like developmentally. Something happened in the womb.
Like Crayola washables.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And they called them cretins.
Cretin?
Yeah, they're like, look at this cretin. He is severely retarded. And it's like,
What?
but they're just being educational. Those were the terms at the time.
Yeah.
And it's some poor fucking 6-year-old who won't live to 15. He's like,
Yeah.
"Ah." Like, damn.
It's brutal.
It is brutal. They used to fucking diagnose women with hysteria
Yeah.
just when they were like horny.
Yeah.
Like women
"Need
would
to
just
drink
get
some blood."
horny and they would just be like, you're fucking crazy. You crazy bitch. We're locking you up forever. We're just gonna like throw you in a room and lock the
Just
door.
leave you there.
Yeah, because
You
it's like,
obviously can't be
for
safe.
some reason a bunch of dudes who are trying to fuck all the time.
Yeah.
Dudes are trying to fuck every second of every
Like,
day.
why does she want to fuck?
Yeah, it's like you shouldn't want to fuck.
Yeah.
I should want to fuck you, not the other way
Not
around.
the other way.
Are you married?
Couldn't possibly be mutual.
Yeah, if you're not married, you don't want to fuck, and if you are married, you should begrudgingly fuck.
Yeah.
You shouldn't want to ever, because that's not what women do. Christian references a commercial here with some words in it that are very, very naughty words, so we won't be using that clip. But all you really need to know is that it involved gay people in baseball. Yeah, the AIDS thing was weird. People were scared to be like holding hands or like physical contact with like HIV positive people.
I mean, rightfully so. They knew nothing about it.
Yeah, but it was a big deal when like Princess Diana went to hospitals of people dying of AIDS and would like touch them. People were like, Jesus Christ!
This bitch is crazy. Lock her up.
Well, the original name for HIV was GRID.
Grid?
GRID, yeah.
For what?
Gay-related immune disorder.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
I know.
Brutal.
It's crazy that people were like, for some reason, only thought gay people could get it.
Yeah.
And then when like,
that was the only people they knew that had it.
yeah.
And then Magic Johnson got it, and he wasn't gay.
Yeah, neither was Rodman.
yeah. Yeah. Magic Johnson wasn't gay.
Yeah.
You know?
But it was, yeah, and then straight people
stuff.
started getting it, and instead of people being like, well, maybe straight people can get it too, they're just like, no, you're gay.
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm not.
Obviously, you're gay. That's what we've learned.
That's what we've learned. There were
how
people
many-
championing AIDS.
How many lives, how many marriages were destroyed because a doctor went to some dude's wife and was like, definitely gay?
Yeah, it's like, well, what did he do? Well, he got a really bad blood transfusion. He got a new tattoo with a used needle.
Yeah.
No, he must be having sex with men.
Yeah.
It has to be
the
it.
only thing that could possibly make sense here.
It's the in my expert opinion. He like writes on his prescription pad, just die then.
Yeah.
There you go.
That would be my advice.
Yeah, if you don't mind sanitizing every inch of this room before you leave.
It's actually fucking brutal. Sometimes you'll talk to old gay guys now, and like who lived through like the AIDS epidemic,
Yeah.
you know, and then they one of my favorite narratives to hear from an old gay man is them bitching about young gay guys being like, they don't fucking know what it was like.
Yeah, like, dude, that was their Vietnam.
Yeah.
For a lot of them, they did Vietnam as well.
Yeah. Like, well, like, it's crazy when you talk to them because they're like, oh, I had tons of friends die.
Yeah, they'd be like, half my
What?
friends died.
Yeah, like, I had multiple friends just die.
Yeah.
They just start dying and they die.
It's weird to think about, and I think about this sometimes, especially in the Western world. Life holds so much more value now, as it should. But, like, if you go back further and further, people would just die, and people would be like, yeah, whatever. What are you going to do? That's
you know
life.
what, though? There is a downside to this, is that we have a gigantic fucking population now, which is not ideal.
The Earth could support plenty more population.
I don't want that.
I know you don't want that, but it
Because
could.
you're removing wilderness to have more people.
Yeah.
I like the wilderness.
Okay, it
I don't
depends.
want the whole
Are
world
you
to be
talking
developed.
about we want less people born, or are we talking about we want to kill people?
I want a smaller number of people on Earth.
How do we achieve that?
Well, we need to start by culling people.
No. No. The official stance of the Reasonable Doubt podcast is not genocide.
We're gonna start with who can make a left-hand turn. If you can't, if you miss too many gaps, you get like 2 strikes.
That's
maybe
fair.
Just 2 strikes. If you miss 2 gaps to make a left-hand turn,
Yeah.
you're fucking just kill you.
People that chew with their mouth open.
People that chew with their mouth open. Yeah, this is a good one.
People that pee in public.
Ah, whoa.
No, we can stop peeing in
What
public.
are you talking about?
We can stop
How
peeing
public is public?
if the pee's hitting pavement.
Look, sometimes you can't get to the bathroom, you just open the side door and you piss.
You should always be able to hit a bathroom.
No, you can't.
When?
Sometimes I'm working at a customer's house and
There's a bathroom.
and I don't want to go in there. So I just piss beside the work van.
No, you don't.
Of course I do.
If I hired a plumber and he was pissing on my driveway,
I'm not
there'd be
pissing on
problems.
the driveway, I'm pissing in the parking lot. Usually.
Don't piss in parking lots in broad daylight, Chris.
What?
You can't have your dick out in public.
Okay, usually what I do, really, is I piss into a bucket inside the van, and then I do up my pants and everything. I have the doors closed around me, so you can't see what I'm doing. And then when I get out, I pretend like I'm dumping water on the ground, and I just dump the piss all over the place.
You don't. You don't do this. How is this better than using their bathroom?
No, I never do it.
Stop pissing in buckets, bro. I love you, but stop pissing in buckets. Please. Please. You can't... This better
I
be...
piss a lot. I take
After
a lot
we're
of
going to
pisses.
talk, this better be a bit on for the show.
It's not. This is just life. This is life in the grueling world of trades.
The grueling world.
The
The grueling world. I'm
difficult.
sick of trades guys fucking bitching about work. I'm so sick of it. You chose this.
I didn't choose this.
You did choose
I
this.
didn't choose it.
Every day
I
you
was
wake up, it's a
gifted. I was
choice.
gifted with hands
You were-
that were too talented.
You were gifted with a bucket to piss in. You were fucking gifted with this.
Oh, you fucking sissies don't know fucking I work 12 hours, 4 hours of that unpaid, not piss in a bucket.
Fuck you. Shut up.
Number on the grass.
Yeah, damn it, that's what fucking hard working means, sissy man. Working inside.
Fuck off.
Who are you, Billy Bob Thornton?
I guess so.
Was that Billy Bob Thornton impression?
No, that's just every trades guy I talk to.
Sounds like Billy Bob Thornton in Sling Blade.
I haven't seen Sling Blade.
What? Dude, that's a fucking great movie.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's like a really great Billy Bob Thornton movie.
Okay.
You should actually watch
I'll
it.
watch Sling Blade. What's the premise?
He's like some fucked up guy.
I love those movies. Those are my favorite. Like Taxi Driver is my favorite movie.
He's
Just
like
a fucked up weird guy.
Yeah. And he's like, some people call it Kaiser Blade. I call it a Sling Blade. Like, yeah, you're like talking about his knife like he's a weirdo.
Did you
I
just
think
kill
he
people with the
befriends
knife?
a fucking kid at one point. Nah, he like kills the guy for the kid. I'm pretty sure.
A lot of movies were like that.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be like a kid needs.
Well, because children are usually very unbiased judge of character, and so it's a good way to show that someone that we normally would judge, like this weird fucked up dude who hangs out with his sling blade all day, that like this kid befriends him, which is like a good way to be like, look at like
Here's some responsibilities.
yeah, like they can be nice people, normal people, you know.
Yeah, kids are great. Hang out with children as much as possible.
Yeah, see, that's the problem. Is when you look at it objectively, you're like, that's a 35-year-old man hanging out with a child.
Yeah. I can't take a young boy under my wing.
No.
You know?
You can't.
I can't do it.
There's certain situations where you can.
Like, how young, though?
I don't know, like 15?
Yeah.
You know
Yeah,
what I
I
mean?
guess. Like, if they're working age.
Yeah, like that's what I mean, like 14, 15,
Unless they're-
if you get a kid and it's like your little apprentice that you have to fucking deal with all the
Yeah,
time,
then
like,
that's...
you're gonna, I don't know, you
Yeah.
develop a little bond with them because they're retarded, you know?
Yeah, they're stupid little
Yeah,
kids.
they're dumb.
They're
Just
dumb.
dumb kids, yeah.
Yeah. But, like, I can't, like, save an 8-year-old from a, like, fiery car crash where his parents die and then have to, like, pseudo-raise him.
You can. You can. You just
I
interfere.
should. I can't, like, be Mr. Miyagi.
You can. You can, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Unless I'm related to them or I work with them, I don't have any conversations with anyone under the age of 18. It's a waste of time. They don't know
They're
anything.
Annoying.
They're annoying and they don't know anything.
Yeah. Last night I was serving a table and these kids are obviously like 15, 16. And I like just a little bit. Sometimes I slip. Like a little bit of my inner asshole slips out.
Yeah.
And it's like, I didn't mean to, but it did. So I like go up to this kid and I'm like, what can I get you to drink? And he goes, non-alcoholic for me. I'm not 19.
Obviously.
Yeah, I was like, no shit, Sherlock. And
Yeah.
then he's like, what? And I was like, oh, nothing.
It's like, obviously, dude, you're growing the first mustache that every boy grows ever.
Yeah, you look like a child.
Did you ever try it? When you were like 16, you're like,
Oh,
I'm going to grow a mustache.
No.
And it's just the faintest shadow.
I've
And then
never
the
been a
end-
mustache guy.
No?
No,
You
I
look
had
good.
sideburns.
Ah.
Yeah.
I just grew hair on my chin to start, which was brutal.
Really?
Yeah, it was like just the tip of my chin.
But now you have like a kind of odd chin line.
Yeah, I know, because this is hairy.
Yeah.
And then here hasn't fully caught up
But
yet.
they're different colors. Like this is one color.
Yeah.
And it's very thick. And then the chin part is very dark.
Yeah.
Like I would love to see you grow a gigantic goatee and see what happens.
I
I
sometimes
think you should.
cut a goatee when I shave just to see.
And
I look 30.
yeah, do it. Do it for like a month.
I did it for 6 hours one time.
And
My fiance hated it so much she forced me to shave.
are you serious?
I like walked out of the bathroom. I was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna go shave. I'll be right back." I go shave and I come back out. And she like looks up at me and goes, "No." I was like, "What do you mean?" She's like,
No.
nah,
No.
this ain't the one." It was better than the full clean shave.
I think I'm gonna do the goatee.
Yeah, you always do the goatee. That's your thing.
I like it.
I might do the mustache and just the soul patch.
That is horrendous. Don't do that.
Yeah, the whole point of being a guy is to look horrendous.
Yeah, I try.
I know
I try.
it's a conscious effort to look like shit.
Yeah.
I can't be.
I want the mullet.
You got to start now.
Yeah, I know.
It's fun. It's hot. It's hot
I
on the
quite
neck.
like it.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, I feel good about the mullet.
It gets noticed in public.
Yeah, people like mullets.
People like mullets. People like dudes who aren't afraid to look like shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Claim it.
Claim it. Every dude wants to look the same, and you got to look a little different. It's like how every dude, I don't know if they still do, but for a while every dude had that same like broccoli haircut. You know what I mean? Where like the back and sides were shaved and then they just had like poof.
Oh yeah.
The broccoli cut
Yeah.
is what I call it. Because it
Yeah.
looks like it's awful.
It looked like the broccoli wrapper guy.
What broccoli wrapper guy?
He's like a broccoli head. I don't know. I can't remember. What
His name is Broccoli Head.
I don't think it was broccoli head.
Sorry, what do you got for me? I want to.
How did Vegas start? Do you know?
The mob, right?
Nope.
No,
No.
natives.
No. Whoa. No. Like, I mean, sure, technically.
Well, there's a lot of native peoples out there.
There's not a lot of people out there.
Well, yeah, that's kind of the appeal of Vegas, right? It was just like in the middle of the desert, and they like, sprung it up.
It was meant to be a train stop between Salt Lake City and LA.
Okay.
And the railway sold off 112 acres, I think, which is now like the Vegas Strip to developers.
To build a little town around this stop.
Yeah, to like give something to be there, and they were like, put something out there, but it's literally in the middle of the fucking desert.
Yeah, they have to like pump water in.
Yeah, there's nothing there. If you look at it geographically, it's fucking straight up middle of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
So there was that, and that just started a little town, but it didn't start what Vegas is today.
Okay.
The reason that Vegas is what it is that Nevada was the first state to legalize gambling.
Yes.
And then they gave out, I want to say they gave out one gambling permit to a hotel, and it was a huge hit, and that was the beginning of fucking Vegas.
Yeah, and then the mob moved in.
And then, you had like Bugsby Siegel, Al Capone, and there was another guy, and they were all heavily involved in.
Mm-hmm.
Those were like different time periods, but they were part of the mass development.
Yeah, when you talk about being the North American piggy,
Yeah.
your piggy theory,
Yeah.
Vegas is just the embodiment of that.
Yeah, Vegas.
It's just gluttony and greed, and I think actually all of the deadly sin.
Cocaine and gambling.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, and shows and shit.
Yeah.
Like, think about it. You can go to Vegas, and it's like commonplace to be in Vegas and see a fucking tiger
Yeah, I know.
in the middle of the desert.
It's crazy out there.
Like someone's out walking a tiger.
Prostitution's still legal in Vegas, right?
In Nevada, the state.
All of Nevada?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know they have like brothels and
Nevada's
shit.
a weird, godless land.
Yeah, right beside Utah. Very godly land.
Yeah.
Right.
Like you can gamble and get hand jobs wherever you want and whatever.
That's, yeah.
There was a fucking place that I went through in Elko, Nevada that was drive-through hand jobs.
Well, they just reached in your car?
I guess.
That sounds...
Have a fucking drive-through window where you kind of pull in, it's kind of private, and it's a drive-through hand job.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, tell me that's not fucked.
That's got to be an awful existence. You okay? You sick? You sick?
No, I have... I'll explain. For the last, week...
Mm-hmm.
I think because it's so dry, I wake up and I feel fine, and then I shower, and then I blow my nose for an hour and a half.
Really?
Dude, it's brutal.
Just everything's pent up there?
I think it just dries up because it's so dry in the house.
It's fall allergy season. You can have allergies.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, all the leaves are falling and shit. Shedding a bunch of pollen and barks and
I don't
things.
fucking want that.
No, it's awful. It's an
Some
awful
bitch
existence.
has that shit.
Me.
You have fall
I've
allergies?
fucking year-round allergies, dude. It's awful.
Do you really?
Yeah, my nose is constantly burning unless it's the middle of winter and then it's frozen.
That's
Yeah, I'm
actually hilarious.
I'm like a you ever see Meet the Robinsons? Remember that movie?
Yeah.
That little kid that's always sick?
Yeah.
That's like me with allergies.
You do kind of look like that kid.
Yeah, sickly? Yeah. Just big red nose, definitely from the sickness,
Dying.
not the alcoholism.
Yeah.
The little cough, the sunken eyes. No.
14-hour shift. But yeah, I can't fucking imagine getting
A drive-through handy?
a drive-through handy. But half of me wants to try it.
I mean, The post nut
Half of me
is
wants...
gotta be just like, I'm gonna shoot myself.
Dude, you must...
Also legal in Nevada.
Is it really?
No, probably not.
No, definitely.
But what are they gonna do? Arrest you after?
Yeah. I always wonder with that, eh? It's like, it's illegal to kill yourself. You don't want to do that. Like, why?
I'm facing 0 consequences.
Yeah. Yeah. The consequence is what? You sully
I'll fucking,
my name
yeah,
after I'm dead?
I'll
Who
take
gives
3
a fuck?
people with me. I'm not facing anything after this.
I
Yeah.
think if I was going to kill myself, I would definitely kill someone and then kill myself.
I'd probably do it in a way that would take a bunch of people with me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'd pick the shittiest person that I could and be like, you're coming with me.
I'm not going to do it in some lame way that's just like in my house by myself. Someone gets to come home and find me. No. It's a
going out with a
spectacle.
bang.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah,
You're like-
it's a spectacle. This is going to be a fucking feature presentation. Let me
Yeah. It's like, oh, Josh is, he's planning to walk the wire in between these 2 buildings. Everyone gather and watch him.
underneath.
And then I just take 1 step, fall right off the side.
Fall off the side, and as you're going down, you're like, I had bowling balls in my pocket. You know what? I saw a bit a while ago. I can't remember who it was, but I speaking of shitty people, and I agreed with this. Cruise ship people suck.
Yeah.
If you fucking, your big thing, you like to go on cruises, you're like big on going on a cruise, like get the fuck out of here.
Every time I see a cruise ship, it disgusts me.
Yeah, you know what big boats are for? Moving necessities and like fucking international commerce, you
Yeah.
jackass.
Get on a plane.
Yeah, get on a plane, go somewhere you want to be, stay there.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought, look, you look at them, and they're so much bigger than you think.
They're way bigger.
They're way bigger than you think. If you've never seen a cruise ship, you've never seen a vessel of this size. This is the only time I will ever use the word vessel.
It's a city on a boat.
Yeah.
Like
just imagine the power it takes to get that thing from stopped to moving.
rolling.
Yeah, God.
It's fucked.
You like power London with that power.
Yeah, or you can get a bunch of fat people for a buffet.
Yeah, a shit buffet.
A shit buffet.
And
Actually, is cruise ship food shit?
I think it depends. If you go on like a party cruise,
It's shit.
it's gonna be shit.
But if it's like a high-end one.
Yeah, if it's like a high-end cruise.
Why?
Have you seen how expensive a cruise is too?
No.
It's wicked. And you have to pay for like bar packages. Like there's so much more going on.
Really?
Yeah, people
it's like a resort.
Yeah, it's like a resort, but they're almost never all inclusive.
What a fucking odd thing to do with
I
it.
know. Like if for some reason you want to take a ship across the Atlantic because you're traveling, then I can understand if it's got some nice amenities. But like the journey on the boat shouldn't be the part you're looking forward to.
No, you're looking forward to getting there.
To being in the place,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. I would like them to bring back like transatlantic travel.
Yeah.
In that way. Like I want to
Well, there was that one boat that didn't do it so well.
one.
Early 1900s.
That big one with the 3 things on it.
Yeah, the unsinkable one. It sunk though. Trying to think.
Was it Bodie McBoatface?
Yeah, that was the one.
Yeah.
Shippy McShip.
That's a real boat.
Yeah, I know. Well, they put it up for a public vote on what they wanted to name it,
Yeah,
and
Canadians, for whatever reason, before it was nominated, before the name was nominated, Bodie McBoatface had something like 15,000 individual submissions for nomination.
yeah,
Like-
they didn't name it Bodie McBoatface though, did they?
Yeah, they did.
No, I thought they were like, that's stupid and picked the
No.
second best one.
No, it's Bodie McBoatface.
Oh, I'm looking this up. Hold on, Bodie.
Bodie McBoatface. Yeah, it's a real ship. It's a Canadian research vessel.
No, they didn't. They didn't name it.
What?
Yeah. Where are you going? You just walked out on the pod. For anyone listening, they didn't actually name it Bodie McBoatface. They came up with the name RRS Sir David Attenborough.
What?
Yeah.
David Attenborough doesn't deserve to take the
He's
place
not
of Bodie
dead yet.
McBoatface. Yeah. Fuck that, man.
I like how comfortable we're getting with the pod, where you just walk out of the room. I'll be right back.
I'll be right back. Yeah, just talk about the boat.
I'm just saying, if I was on that Titanic and someone was like women and children only on the lifeboats, I would say, fuck no.
Yeah.
I'm getting on that boat.
I would be like, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
What have these two done for society today? Nothing. You know?
Yeah.
I'm saving
Pointing at
lives.
2 children. What the fuck have you done?
What have they? I can make more of these.
You're not getting another one of
I'm
these.
not getting another one of these. Okay? This is a fucking masterpiece.
Would you let the Mona Lisa sink?
Yeah.
No.
No. Look
Come on.
Look it.
Look at this.
Is
Yeah.
the painting still on board on the?
Oh,
the vessel?
hell yeah.
That'd be so.
There's tons of shit still
I
on
want shit. I want Titanic stuff. I want like a skull. You know.
that. Gee.
There,
Why?
there are some things that I have like an odd curiosity with, like it's strange.
And Titanic's one of them?
Yeah, like where I just would want to be. I want to scuba dive around in the Titanic and like, you know, high five a skeleton.
Better luck next time, pal.
Yeah, like shit like that. I don't know. I just
You ever
want
see
it.
that thing where it's like the lobsters on the Titanic when it started to sink were probably fucking psyched?
What?
The lobsters on the ship were
Oh,
probably like,
We are gonna live.
we're so back, boys. Right when you thought it was over, we're fucking back in this bitch.
Yeah, that's fucking great.
Yeah, good
Man,
for them.
Yeah, the fucking Titanic is a weird thing.
Yeah.
It's a weird little happening in history.
Yeah.
There's lots of shipwrecks.
Lots, but for
Why is
some,
that one a big one? Filled with a bunch of rich white folk?
I think it's because it was such a colossal fuck up
Oh, yeah, true.
that everyone was like. Usually shipwrecks happen, but there's other ships around that kind of scoop people up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think there was an opportunity for someone to scoop all these people up, and
Didn't
it
happen.
either didn't come or they didn't send the message off,
Yeah.
or they like sent a message to the ship and they were like, "Ah, it's probably fake," and just kept going.
Really?
Yeah, I think there was a ship that was like 2 hours away when it started sinking,
Wow.
and they were like, "Meh."
That's fucked up.
Yeah, it is fucked up. I bet you that weighs on you if you're the captain of that ship.
No.
No, I bet you get back to shore and they're like, "Bro, you could have saved like 2,000 people." He's like, "Nah."
I had rum.
Yeah, not my responsibility.
You know, so I was thinking, this made me think of this just because I think about fancy like British people on the Titanic.
Yeah,
What's with the trend? I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I don't give a fuck. I think it's odd, and I think it's a weird thing to want to have. The whole like British royalty but black.
yeah, I don't know.
I don't get it. You should not want to associate.
Yeah, like
with
the
that.
British royalty are the bad guys.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying here. Like I don't want to be a dick. I don't want to be a dick,
Yeah.
and I don't want people to be like, why? Because black people couldn't have been British royalty. But it's like, yeah, that's exactly why. Yeah,
Yeah, like if you want to,
shouldn't want to portray any black person ever as British royalty because they fucking sucked.
yeah,
You know, like
if you want to do like an alternate history thing, if you want to like cook up a little new timeline where
Yeah.
like maybe like we're doing
but
something
don't like play it real close to home. Like it's got to obviously be different.
like black people have done way cooler shit than being in the royal family.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
actual thing.
You can't be like, "Oh, here's Ryan Gosling starring as Stevie King."
Yeah, fair enough.
You know what I mean? Like, or fucking, this is Will Ferrell as Martin Luther King Jr.
Yeah.
Like, you guys, you have cool shit. You have the entirety of like blues
Yep.
and like
Yeah.
fucking rock and rolls all attributed to you. The civil rights shit.
Yeah, like, can you imagine if we did that?
There's like plenty of historical figures in Africa, like kings and shit that were so fabulously wealthy.
Selassie the Third.
The who?
Yeah, Selassie the Third.
Who's that?
For real?
Yeah. I can't understand your patois.
He's the last true ruler of Africa.
Is that the Ethiopian guy?
Yeah.
Yeah? Oh, yeah. Yeah, held off the Italians and such.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, good guy.
Yeah.
What Mansu Mensa or whatever?
What?
He was like this king in Africa in the like 1100 or whatever,
Yeah.
and he was so wealthy that he would collapse economies everywhere he went because he was worth like now I think the equivalent of like 1.5 trillion, and he would just like roll through towns and give everybody the equivalent of like $1 million,
I'd be like, here.
and it would just collapse economies
Why?
because the money is worthless now.
Oh, because he's like, here's real money.
Yeah, like he would just give people like fabulous wealth, but everyone was fabulously wealthy. So nobody like it would be like tripling the amount of money we have in a day.
Yeah.
And everybody has it. It's not all in one spot. It's like everybody,
Yeah.
right? He would just collapse economies, but he thought he was helping out because he had so much gold and didn't know what to do with it.
He probably was helping out though. I would rather that than what we have now.
Well, yeah, but he was so wealthy that he would just fuck people up.
I fucking hate that. Like, you never hear about these people when you, like, history really is written by the victors. Because it's like, you fucking talk to someone who thinks they're educated on the matter, and they're like, oh, what was going on in Africa before, we went over there and fucked everything up? And they're like, just a bunch of tribes running around with spears.
People still
like-
think that's what Africa is.
That's not what's going on. It's never been the case. That's never been what's happened. They didn't go over there and they were all like, whoa, I don't know. They're like a full fucking society of evil, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Africa's
there was
also
trades made. There was a fucking commerce that happened.
Yeah, Africa is also a massive continent with multiple different countries. And
Yeah,
it's not
fucking-
just blanket Africa,
Yeah, they're not
which
like
is just like mud
Africa.
huts and spears. Like
Yeah, like
there's
it's
cities,
very different. Yeah.
there's countries,
Morocco's a fucking ancient city,
Yeah.
ancient country.
Algeria,
Yeah.
like it's Egypt.
Dude, yeah. You think those motherfuckers were just rolling around living in mud huts?
No.
It's
No,
insane.
just uneducated people.
Yeah.
Uneducated people.
It's stupid.
Mm-hmm.
So bothersome.
Somalia rips. Love that place. I don't know.
What are your views on confined space torture?
Like solitary confinement?
Yeah.
I think it's incredibly inhumane.
Do you really?
Yeah. Yeah.
I would invite solitary confinement.
For yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd go crazy in there. Well, you got all those voices to
think I
talk
would.
to. Like, no, you'd have a great time, is what I mean. You go crazy.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you have all those voices up there you
What
can
are
talk
talking
to.
about? No, I think I would go in there and I'd be like, I got nothing. They're like, you can't leave, you can't do anything. And I'd be like, honestly, that's sick. I've been meaning to catch up on sleep.
Yeah, I think you would, like, experience calm for the first time if you were forced to not go to work all day.
Just sit
You'd
there
be
and
fucked.
meditate and relax.
Give you, like, one magazine. You're set.
Dude, what magazine though?
Hustler.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hustler big time. For the articles.
For the articles, yeah. There's a lot of good stuff. in
Those last 10 pounds, how to get her to lose them.
there.
All those great.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You fucking... I know people do actually go certified insane in those rooms, though.
Do they?
Yeah, I was watching an interview with a guy who got 3 years straight in solitary.
That is fucked.
Yeah, because solitary is like what? Sometimes it's 24 hours, sometimes it's 23 with 1 hour of by yourself outside time.
Yeah.
Where you just like get a 6x6 caged
Well, we didn't talk last week about this kind of stuff at all, did we?
I don't think so.
Medieval.
Oh, medieval tortures and shit?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Alright, I hope we did. There's rooms that they used to put people in that are pitch black.
Yeah.
Where there's no fucking, like, there's barely any sound. You'd hear, like, rumbling and stuff from outside.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's just pitch black darkness. You can't see anything.
Yeah.
And they would put people in there alone and just leave them in there for
Until they
weeks.
died?
No, leave them in there for weeks. They'd open the door like once a day and throw food in. And it was like, you have no reference of what time of day it is, nothing.
You would go nuts.
Drive you insane.
You'd hear shit. You'd see shit.
You'd hear and see shit that was not there.
I would just try and sleep as much of it as
That's
away.
what I'm saying. I would just lay down and sleep.
I know there was an execution method in England and France where they had like certain areas of the castle that were like 10-foot pits,
Yeah.
and they would just put you in there and then brick up the top.
What?
They just leave you there. Or just like close the hatch, but it's like 10 feet up, so you can't jump it, can't climb the wall. And sometimes they would have like little holes to the out. These would be on the outside of the castle. They would have like little holes, so there would be like one little beam of light, and you could hear the outside. So you could hear people living their lives, and you would just be in there. And then once you died, they got you out and put someone else in.
That's fucked.
Yeah, they just let you just go nuts in there and starve to death or die of thirst or whatever.
What?
Yeah, like that's what I mean when I was saying like life has so much more value now. Where it's like back then we would just think of the worst things to do to people. And be like, this guy talked badly about the king. Let's just run him over with wagons till he's dead.
Yeah, the stretchy thing where they would pull people in two, or like the quartering with horses.
Oh,
Pull you in pieces.
pull you, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, awful.
Yeah,
There's
that's
the
terrible.
iron donkey. It was like a piece of metal that came to a point with
Yeah.
4 wooden legs, and you would sit on the point,
Oh yeah.
and then they'd tie weights to your ankles, and it would slowly like
yeah.
awful, man. We just fucking
Dude, or
destroy people.
You see the shit that the Japanese used to do?
What's that?
They would plant a bamboo tree.
Oh yeah,
bamboo.
quickly sprouting bamboo to grow through you.
Yeah, and it, like you'd be sitting there, and each day it'd slowly grow its way up through you.
Yeah,
Kill you.
that's fucking
That's
nuts.
fucking brutal. Or like torturing.
Under the nails.
My uncle Jack had that. He had a bunch of nails that were all fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a prisoner of war, and he said that they drove. He ended up a little racist from the experience.
Yeah. You
As-
were not
as
allowed,
one would.
not allowed to get Honda motorcycles after that.
yeah. So they would come up and each day like tap these in. They'd come along and tap them in with little like shims of bamboo that would go under his fucking nails. Yeah, and he said that it was brutal. He to the day he died, fully believed that he was like, those motherfuckers are savage animals. He was like, they're not people.
Oh.
Yeah, rough.
When I think of things that like make me cringe,
Yeah.
the idea of like kicking a wall, you know, like with a finishing nail under your,
Yeah.
or the one that always gets people is nail clippers on the tooth.
What?
Just like, could you imagine?
Oh my god.
Yeah, I know.
That'd be fucking horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's brutal. There's some fucking rough shit out there.
I remember there was a kid that would like, that I grew up with, he would get off on making people uncomfortable like that.
Really?
Yeah, he'd just be like,
Sick little fucker.
imagine getting a paper cut on that thing under your tongue. Like, you know, that little
Yeah.
string?
That's fucked up.
That is fucked up. I actually don't I can't remember the last time I got a paper cut.
Don't say that.
I challenge God here. If you're real, I want a paper cut today. I'm handling papers today. I want it.
You're gonna get a paper cut today.
Yeah?
Yeah, you're putting it out there.
I'm putting it out there. You'll hear about it next episode if I come back weeping with my paper
I'm
cut.
sure I've got paper cuts recently.
Yeah?
Yeah. 100%.
The worst ones are those like yellow folders.
They're terrible.
Nice. Terrible.
Oh.
Atta boy.
Ah!
Say that was on purpose.
I did that. That's right, man. That
That was homie, you meant to do that.
was a joke. there. Have you seen the shit about these bees that there's like a weird little phenomenon where bees build hives around religious figures? Have you
No.
seen this?
Are the bees godly?
I don't know. They like build. This is a thing.
Okay.
They fucking build hives all the way around like a painting of a religious figure and leave the person in the middle. And don't build a hive over it.
Who taught them to do that? The
Jesus.
Giants? Jesus.
Giant Jesus.
Giant Jesus. Yeah, maybe the reason they killed Jesus was because he was 13 feet tall.
That could have been why.
I believe that.
Yeah. Fucking. Anyway.
What were you gonna say?
No.
I've gotten so many people talking to me about the Giants.
Yeah, the Giants are fucking real.
That's not what they're saying. They're like, Christian can't believe in Giants, can he?
Bro,
And I'm
what?
like, no, he does.
Oh my
No,
god!
he actually believes in the.
blind. You're blind to the evidence. That's insane.
I was like, no, Chris hasn't believed in something like this since the aliens. Like, this is the next one.
Dude, Giants happened.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be right about this. I was fucking right about the
Alright.
aliens.
Well, everyone knows the aliens. That's a gimme. Have
It
you
wasn't
seen?
a gimme when I said it.
Have you seen the little alien guy from Mexico? It's very clearly fake.
Yeah, he's made out of like Play-Doh.
They're like, I was so excited because I always fall for the fake alien thing.
Yeah, you're like,
Because I do believe in aliens, and they're like, Mexico, they found one, and they're doing it. And I was like, let's go.
They did
Because they
one
have
lab
every
analysis.
reason. They have every reason to show an alien if they find it. And like stuff's coming out. They got every reason. And they show him, and he looks like he was made in a mold.
Yeah.
Because he probably was. Like, you can see the like lines around him where the material spilled through the mold.
and they do one lab analysis, and they're like, this is not at all even remotely.
No, this is drywall.
Yeah.
Like,
This is man-made.
yeah, and I looked at it and I was like, oh fuck. Like, come on.
Obviously.
If you're gonna show an alien,
Yeah.
you can't just make like a little green man.
No, it's got to be something legit.
It's gotta look like an alien life
hope-
form.
I really hope that like the Predator is real.
Yeah.
Good.
I like Predator.
Dude, I do too.
I
I'm a big fan.
I watched it like 2 weeks ago.
We should get Predator costumes for fucking
Halloween.
for Halloween, yeah.
And just like make that sound at people.
Yeah, just like turtleneck, big thick glasses, mustache.
No, you do that. I'll be Chris Hansen.
Be Chris Hansen?
Yeah. To Catch a Predator. NBC
Oh, is that
Dateline.
who it is? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I calls him Chris Hansen.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll be Chris Hansen. Why don't you have a seat over there, Chris?
Take a seat over there.
I love those guys. When was the last time you watched To Catch a Predator?
Fucking years ago.
Wild that they just put this on TV.
Dude, it is wild. You know what's even crazier? There was one they did in London.
Yeah?
Yeah, right here. And I know a bunch of guys that went to high school with the guy.
There was one in the States where it was like a state senator.
What?
Yeah. Like not the like federal level senator, but the senator of a state.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of those guys.
And he went to fucking like show up to this?
Yeah, and he killed himself right after.
Man, honestly.
But my favorite thing is it's like they show up, these dudes, right?
Yeah.
Like condoms overflowing out of their wallet, a 6-pack of like wine coolers,
Yeah.
right? And they walk in, and Chris Hansen's like, "What you doing?" He's like, "Hanging out."
Just hanging out with friends.
Yeah, it's like I just thought I'd hang out. I met him online, and they're like, "You know, that's a 13-year-old girl, right?" And he's like, "No, I didn't actually. That's news to me." And they're like, "Here's the text you sent that said that's crazy that you're 13. I hope your parents don't find out." And he's like,
Don't remember that.
"No, I don't remember that." He's like, "Well, what's the wine coolers for? Like a 13-year-old can't drink." He's like, "For me."
It's so fun. Okay.
And then they're like, "All right." He's like, I'm out of here." And Chris is like, "You
No,
can't
you're
leave."
not.
And he's like, "No, I'm gonna leave." And like goes outside, and there's like 80 cops, and he's like,
Yeah.
"Fuck."
Yeah. Dude, it's fucked up. Like, they don't put that shit on TV anymore. And now, like, there's so much fucking, I don't want to call it censoring of that, but like, where you can't be so offensive because it was offensive to arrest the pedo.
I think the thing is, you're not giving like a due process here.
Well,
You know what I mean?
How much fucking process
Well,
do you need?
by the law, you need to be like convicted by a jury, right?
Yeah.
But you might as well be sentencing this guy to death if you're broadcasting him being like, "That guy's a pedophile."
Dude, I'm on board with it. I'm on board with it.
Like, cops, you know those like amateur channels that try to catch like pedophiles and stuff? Like amateurs do it?
Yeah.
Cops ask them not to do that.
Really?
Because they fuck it up all the time. They get the wrong dude, or if they get the right dude, they fuck up the evidence too much that it can't be used in court.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Yeah. So the cops are like, please stop trying to catch these people. We're trying to catch these people. Please stop.
You know what though? It comes back to the bullying thing. Like the public shame needs to be brought back a little bit.
I want like stocks.
Did you see the fucking who's the guy? Was he a White House? He was like a White House advisor, I think, or a senator, and he got caught. This was a thing that he was just doing, and they were like, well, we don't want to make him feel uncomfortable. And
What was he doing?
he was stealing women's luggage at the airport. He would just go to the airport, wait till he saw a girly bag, steal it, and then dress up in their shit and walk around in the airport.
Didn't someone in our army do that?
Yeah. Yeah, Lieutenant.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm like, why can we not publicly shame these people for being fucked? You know?
I don't know.
You know what the problem is?
What's that?
We need to bring back the idea that the nail that sticks out gets hammered. You know?
Jesus.
Yeah, fucking get in line.
All right. That's our actionable. That's our call to action is publicly shame people that you think are different.
If you think they're weird.
Yeah, if they're
shame
different,
them.
weird, ugly.
Except me. Don't do
Yeah,
that.
except, well, we're not different,
Don't
weird,
do
or ugly.
fragile
We're
for
cool and handsome.
Are we?
Yeah, I'd say so.
I think we're weird.
Do you think we're handsome?
We have a podcast.
Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me. Goodbye, horses. All right, we have been J Money and C Griff. Stay reasonable.
Keep doubting.
I love you.
Reasonable Doubt Podcast. If you guys like funny, hilarious, goofy, goober, silly boys podcast, that is a good place to find yourself.